Oh my!
All right, we're back.
We are.
Off Patrol Life recaps.
Oh baby.
Jimmy Jams, Silver Fox, Michael Bryant. We're back.
Happy to be here, man. You know, when we posted that last video, I didn't expect. I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect so much love so fast. The subscribers started pounding in, and we want people to do what?
Like, subscribe, share.
Yes, and
comment.
Please comment.
Yeah.
Toss some questions our way, right? Talk to us. Let Jimmy know here. Because I'm not great. He's the man.
I just got to feed him what he needs to do. So you guys put the comments in there.
Feed me,
and we will look them all over and let Mike know.
You ever watch that movie? Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Feed Me, Seymour.
That's right, Feed Me.
Yeah.
Kind of look like
one run through that whole movie right now if you want to, but might get copyrighted.
We might. Let's not do any
Too
more
soon,
there.
too soon.
Right. We just started this thing.
All right, so how'd the weekend go?
You know what? I enjoyed myself. There was a lot going on. Friday night, I missed out on being on the show because, well, if you look at our social media, you'll see.
We were hanging out.
We were doing
watching
some things. I went to the little thing first, the little art exhibit, which was cool. Actually, bro, let me tell you about this for a second. Pause for a second here, right? For station identification on Off Patrol Life recaps. Now, I get there. There's an entire award ceremony. I know nothing about this award ceremony. I got to get up there next to the likes of community leaders, people in wheelchairs, bro, students that overcame diseases and are studying biochemistry, engineering. And then they call a great man up to the stage, Chief Jakari E. Young. They call his name to accept the Community Service Award for his vision and patronage to the community. And everybody's looking around, waiting on him.
Where was he?
He's my guy. Very busy man. The city was busy. He had some things going on. It was me and two other detectives sitting on the second row. And then the photographer guy looks at me like, let me get one of y'all. And I'm like, all three. He's like, no, just one of you. And I'm like, oh, no. So I look at the detective and say, you want to go? He's like, no, you're the sergeant. You go. Like another detective, I'm like, come on, bring you closer to the aisle. He's like, heck no. They all lean back in their seat, fold their hands. You know what that meant.
They just
ushered me right to the front. And as they're reading this long bio about the chief and all this stuff, I come slumping up at the award list on behalf of the legendary Chief Jakari E. Young. So I have his plaque in my vehicle, and I'm taking pictures as if I am him.
I mean, you should have put it right here on the table.
Everybody knew.
He would have been scratching his head watching the video like, that's mine.
I hit him up later. He was like, thank you.
Hey, busy guy. It was a good guy.
It was a fun night. How about you, man? What'd you do this weekend?
Ooh, we just hung out. Watched a little bit of the show each night, and you gotta take some energy drinks. We get a little old, so that midnight,
it starts hitting. And I think we're gonna get into the details of the show and some of the questions that were posed. We even got online questions from you guys, social media questions. But before we do, I want to talk about something that happened Saturday night. If you can just indulge me for a minute. Bro, where did you go Saturday night? You and that lovely lady. You guys are looking good.
We went to the Mayor's Gala.
The Mayor's Gala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gala or gala? Because
tomato.
I mean,
so it depends on who's asking.
The mayor said gala, and I said gala. I said it's a gala. And I'm gonna say he's right since he's the mayor.
Yeah. He's an educator.
Yeah. It was a good time though. I saw you on Friday all dressed up, and I was like, you can't steal all the thunder.
No, I mean I wasn't trying, but you guys look great.
Yeah, we try. We clean up pretty good.
Black tie, black dress.
Right.
Hair down. Ooh, fresh cut.
I mean, it was fresh cut. It was,
man, impressive. Impressive.
It was a good night.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys swinging by and showing me those beautiful faces.
Yeah, we gotta come see. You know, we always come find you.
That's true. You will start seeing some of these shots.
Yeah, sneak peeks.
Me. Now, I know it's what you want. If you don't want to see the behind the scenes stuff, sorry, you're gonna get it. But let us know what you want to see.
I need to see what you're doing. So I need to.
You got to get eyes on me.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Should they let us know what they want to see and what they don't?
I mean, we could try. I mean,
just toss it in the comments. Toss it in the comments. Let us know what you want to see.
We ain't gonna get too crazy. I'm not gonna like sneak up on you and be like, "Hey, I'm on this traffic stop."
Right. No. But we got some stuff. All right, so let's get after it, buddy. What do we have? Because I didn't see some of these questions, so I'm not really prepared. But I'm
what
happy.
Did we see? We saw
now Friday night we watched along with you guys.
Yep.
So let's jump into one of our first questions. You want to say the name of this person, or you just want to toss out?
No, I'll just toss out the question, just in case.
All right. What does it say? I can't see. I don't have my glasses.
Is that what we're going with? Your glasses?
We're getting to that.
Lights are too bright.
We're getting to that age.
All right, to tone on the canines. How come Officer Chauncey, that's our boy right there, hasn't been on in the longest? We've been seeing him a few times in the last few episodes, but hasn't been featured officer in forever.
Okay. So Lieutenant Chauncey Hampton, yes, he hasn't been featured in forever. But I will say this, he is the lieutenant in charge of VCAT. So whenever VCAT's around, he's around.
Do you want to tell people what VCAT is? Because they might not know. They might be like, what does this stand for? And everybody's got on their sleeves.
Correct. For Violent Criminal Apprehension Team. There are VCAT units all over the country. We didn't start it. I like to say you perfected it, no? They won numerous awards a weekend or two ago when we had our award ceremony for all their exploits for the past year or so. Anyway.
Back to Chauncey.
Right, because I can wax on poetically about VCAT. He's their boss. He answers to the deputy chief and the chief. So he has to be there with them. And he chose to take a step back from filming and feature his guys, as any good leader should. So that's why we're not seeing him. But you do see the guns. You see the guns.
Golly, every time I see him, I'm like, just
jacked, right?
Yeah, you got to put a car between you, and that still wouldn't stop you.
I'm telling you, man. That's what's going on with them. Thanks for asking. I appreciate the question. Keep the questions coming. We want to know we want to know what you guys are thinking about. What you want to see and hear from us.
Yep.
All right, what else we got?
Let's see. A couple questions about
Friday night. Friday night was huge.
I mean,
the Return of Hazen. Can we talk about that for a minute?
We can.
Oh, baby.
My girl's in love with the chief.
Good old Chief Taylor.
I think it's that sweet voice of his.
Oh, that's that.
I got to perfect it.
That impression.
So she's like,
that's what we call the limited fake impression. You can't go very far with it, but it's an impression.
My begonias. Done.
We were talking about
3 lines and that's it.
Spell begonias the other night. I had to look it up.
Ain't happening. It's good stuff. But Hazen.
It was great seeing him back.
Right?
I don't know if you noticed it, but they weren't on at all Saturday night.
Listen.
Did you hear about what happened in Arkansas Saturday night?
We did not.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get into the details. There's some political stuff going on Arkansas. Just look it up. See what happened in Arkansas.
Okay, there we go.
Saturday night, there were some protesters took over a bridge. It was a handful, allegedly. I wasn't there. I was in Daytona. That's what the word on the street is. So
okay.
Let me not be litigious. The lawyers getting involved.
No.
It's be spreading any propaganda.
So limited U time also. It was just a little bit of Michael Bryant.
Just a snippet. Yep.
Besides when we ran into you, and I was like, "Ooh, he's gonna get right on the show, and we're gonna see it."
So, I guess the question kind of becomes, why such limited time recently? Here's the deal. I don't choose when I get on. You know what I mean? We go out here and we work. They follow us. It's up to the studio. It's up to the producers. It's up to everybody else to show what's being shown. But the cameras are there. They're with us. We had some pretty good calls Saturday night. And sometimes they just don't get aired. But guess what? There was a lot going on all around the country. And when it's popping like that, you know, in Fullerton and in Berkeley and a lot of times in Richland, you got to fight to get in there. So that's what that was.
All right.
Yeah.
I always want to know why. Because I'm like, Daytona's always popping. Got the good weather. Got all the tourists. Like, I feel like it's always something going on. But I guess that's because we just see it all the time. And
we do. We do.
It's just what it is.
Well, you know what time it is. It's special event season, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Oh, it's time.
NASCAR.
Speed weeks are upon us.
Bikers.
Yep. And you're going to get NASCAR bikers, and then they're going to mix in another big group. Spring breakers. Ooh. So Daytona's about to get a little wild for the next 2 or 3 months.
So I'll bust out the GoPro and just start.
Oh, man, listen.
See if I can follow you around.
Whatever recording device you have, whip it out. And if you're in Daytona, come see us. You want to see the people?
Yep.
You want to meet the people?
Yeah.
Take some photos with the people?
Yep. Drop a message. Drop a comment.
Let us know where you are. You know, we want to come see you. Right? Say word.
In the county, of course. Well, in
come Daytona. To Daytona Beach.
Daytona.
We want to meet you. We should do.
Uh-oh.
We didn't even talk about this.
His brain's just we should just going. Do random. You know where? Buc-ee's.
Ooh.
People love the beaver.
So, back to the questions if we have any. We're going to, more details on that to come. But if you guys want to do a pop-up meet and greet in the next few weeks, give it a thumbs up, toss it in the comments, hit us up on X, right?
Yep.
And Instagram.
Speaking of X.
Oh, baby.
I'm going to clear something up.
Mm-hmm.
I am new to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you put me in some kind of chat, my watch goes crazy, my phone goes crazy. I don't know what to do. I just look at it, and if I try to look at a comment, I can't see the comment. It just says reply. I'm just like, oh boy, give me some time to figure out the X thing.
Break them in slowly, people. I love the tagging though.
Yeah, it's great, but I just I got to go through all this stuff. I'm like, I see a lot of gifs, and then I see a lot of questions, and I'm just like, all right, like, is that question to me or the 17 other people tagged in it? I don't know. So give me some time on the X thing.
We'll play with it a little bit more coming days. But you had Instagram, Twitter years ago.
Yeah.
You just didn't use it.
No.
All right, cool.
And then I looked and it said I just signed up in January of 2024. I'm like, no, it's not a thing. I had it, but whatever.
All right.
I'm not an X guy.
All right. We'll get you there.
All right. Questions.
All right. What we got?
One of the questions was on the show, the obviously drunk guy that was in somebody's driveway.
Yep.
Obviously, he's drunk and that's it. He's smashed. Why go through all the procedures?
So that was Berkeley County, and I believe that was Saturday night, right? Possibly, yeah, Saturday night. That's interesting. Obviously, each agency has their own protocols and standards. I believe, you, at least for us, at least you have to try to do field sobriety exercises, the standardized version, obviously. And if they can't perform those or they refuse to, you can obviously go ahead and make the arrest, because you're going to have what you smell, what you see, what they're saying, parse all three of those things together and make the arrest, probable cause arrest. So I think that's why a lot of agencies do that. And then you ask them if they like to, do the intoxilizer. If they refuse, in the great state of Florida, they refuse, it's just automatically, the license is automatically suspended. So that guy was hammered, huh?
He was,
or is that understatement?
Beyond. He was beyond. I was drunk watching it on TV, just through the TV, the smell and everything. I could just, if it was like I was there. I was like, oh, he's done. Like, whew.
Speaking of drunk, this is not alcohol. My red solo cup.
Cleared.
Keep it a movie.
You got PBT? All right. One of the things was on the show, that house party that had,
goodness.
I don't know, it looked like the whole town was there. I was amazed. In my wildest dreams, never had a party close to that, let alone seeing all those kids.
Yeah.
Any arrests? Did the parents get in trouble? Like, what happens? It's just everybody get the heck out of here?
I got a really cool story about that I'm going to tell in a second. But before I do, I wanted to touch on this. Don't do house parties with juveniles, people. You guys are upstanding citizens. I know you know not to do that. Let's not do that, okay? Now, in the great state of Florida, as I refer to it as, if adults are involved with that party and there's alcohol consumption and there's cannabis or any illegal drugs, the adults can be charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You could also hit them with a neglect charge if it so fits. But I don't know. That was called Coweta, right? I think it was Coweta. Okay, so in Georgia, I'm not sure exactly what their standards are. And I thought I did see an adult in the backdrop somewhere in there. We can't judge. We don't know what happened after the cameras panned away and he went to the car because there were other officers on scene. But I would assume that she had to answer some serious questions. And if there was any illegal activity going on in that house, she may have got charged, but I'm not sure. Okay. So, listen, here's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. So, we live in a college town. Daytona Beach is a college town. We have no fewer than 3 major colleges in our city. People don't know that. A lot of people say 4. We have BCU, Embry-Riddle, Daytona State, and then there's a flight school attached to Embry-Riddle, totally different school, which makes our airport, Daytona International Airport, one of the busiest airports per takeoff and landing, per capita, if you will, in the entire country. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but I'm full of fun facts, folks. That's what Sergeant Mike Bryant's here for.
There we go.
Y'all good with that? So because of all those colleges, there are a lot of house parties here. And a lot of the time, we'll run up on these parties where people are underage and things of that nature. I won't say which school it was. Oh, not to mention we have 2 giant high schools here in the city. But one particular night, I won't say the school, we were called to a house party. And it was on the beach side. This house is a block away from the beach. I kid you not.
Fancy.
This house is amazing, right? It's like a 1-story house, but it's built kind of up on a hill. So you have to drive up to it. The back of the house has like a basement, if you will, but it's a deck. It's got this whole party situation, party vibe going on. Pool tables, arcade games. There's a random driveway. I'm telling you, this place, I had no idea what it was. We start getting calls about this party going on. We show up, 1 or 2 will show up, and we say, oh boy. Kid you not, 20, 30 cars, 10 or 12 trucks full of kids in the back of the trucks, heads of the trucks. They're all carrying bottles in the red Solo cups. And I'm like, need some more units over here.
It's water, right?
Hopefully. Maybe they were hydrating. This was years ago. This was before Prime or any other stuff. Shout out Prime before this. And so then we end up breaking this party up. We get into the underbelly of this place. There's a wasted adult mother in this party. She's throwing this party for these kids. She's destroyed. And we can smell all the stuff. Cigarettes, marijuana, there's booze everywhere. So yeah, she went to jail that night for that charge I talked about, that contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Cars are tearing out of there, speeding, flying, trying to get away from us. It was a wild night. Shut the party down in like 10 minutes. He was in the back of a police car and off to jail in like 20. So sucks because she was the only adult. So now it's all juveniles.
That's it, you know. Somebody's gonna take the rap, right?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey. Good for you guys.
Good for us. Bad for her.
Reap what you sow, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, gotta love Daytona.
Oh, it's gonna get a little bit crazier.
It is.
That summer, that warm weather comes, the summer comes, that's gonna be off the chain.
Pretty cold tonight, but it's not gonna be cold for long.
Too cold.
That's why we're all. That's why we're all bundled up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another question was,
okay,
what is felonious assault?
Oh my
gotta explain
God, that was a wild one, right?
Yeah. Gotta
assault. I thought that was interesting because obviously, like I said before, and I'll always refer to this, charges vary from state to state, right? Because it's based on state statute. So I know what assault is, and I know what a felony is. So assault is basically, I'll paint the picture as opposed to quoting the definition of the statute. If I walk up to you and I say, "Man, I'm gonna beat your brains out," and you're like, "Oh," and all I got is clenched fists, and I'm angry, and I'm, charging at you, kind of. In the state of Florida, the great state of Florida, that's enough for a felonious assault charge, or felony assault, as we would call it in Daytona or Florida. So whatever another agency calls it, felonious assault, maybe they're just using a big word, but assault, you don't have to touch anybody for assault in Florida. I punch him and knock his brains out. Now it's felony battery or felonious battery. So I don't quite remember what county, what
I don't remember.
That was.
I don't remember which one it was.
I don't think anybody ended up getting that. Wasn't anyway. So we
got to recap our own recaps.
We got to recap our own recaps.
Yeah.
And in Florida, that's what that is. Elsewhere, it's something different. Pretty basic stuff.
So, what kind of stuff do we miss on Saturday night that they didn't want to show on the show?
Well,
besides what they did show that we didn't want to see,
there was. What a great question! That was wild.
Hey, man, your face said it all.
And I was like, well, the thing about it is those dash cams are there for a reason, right? They show what's going on. Yeah, she flashed me. I think it may have been unintentional because she kept fooling around with something under her clothes. So I was like, what do you do? Stop what you're doing. And she got a little upset and she kind of just lifted up her hoodie and her shirt came with it and she didn't have on any undergarments. Long story short, you missed that, but
didn't miss it.
Thank God you didn't miss it, right? Yeah, there's nothing like that. But Saturday night, I had a few traffic stops. There's a picture that'll be popping soon of me and Eddie Lee on a traffic stop where we found a bunch of cannabis. Shout out Danny Brown. And yeah, that was a pretty good pop. It was not trafficking, but selling delivery amounts. So we handled some business there. And the driver of that car, we know him. We were very surprised he didn't flee. He didn't flee because they didn't have any hard in there, like cocaine or fentanyl or any weapons. Search the car and all that. So usually he's not the best driver, but usually he'll flee. You're the best driver. They call him Jimmy NASCAR. My boy can go. My boy can go.
I don't need no lights and sirens. I get there faster than most of them, huh?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it happen once or twice. Statute of limitations.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
Back in my days.
Yeah, right? I did want to mention this too. There are a couple of stops. A lot of times people see me on the street and they'll say, you know everybody. I don't know everybody. I just stopped a lot of people before. And I know faces very well. So I had a pretty cool stop earlier in the show, the night. And it was a guy who we had arrested before, actually on a live night. So, but Daytona's big, but it's small. You see the same people in the same areas. A lot of times we were able to, kind of counsel him, get him out of the high crime, high drug area. It worked out, but his face was like, "Oh my god, dude." But officer discretion is a huge thing, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know,
Can't
community relations.
That's what it's all about.
You know,
I can't.
You can't write everybody tickets.
Correct.
You can't take everybody to jail. You gotta make some kind of a bond there between the community and the police.
And they begin to trust you more, right? I can't express enough. If you have good officer discretion, you get a lot of information. You'll make friends. You won't make enemies. On Friday night, the opening of the show with Hazen, right? Back to Hazen. What's with that shirt that girl had on, man? Did you see that shirt? Can we talk about the shirt for a minute? Just for 1 minute, and then we'll move on. The more positive and brighter subject.
I don't.
The throat goat shirt. What did it say, bro? Something like that.
The throat goat.
That's kind of like that. Maybe it's an advertisement for some type of lozenge. No,
you think it could be
chloroseptic, some sort. Halls. Shout out Halls.
Sponsor.
Holler at us. I use Halls all the time.
That was a great shirt. I mean, she said she was going to meet the guy's parents or mom or something, and you're gonna wear that shirt. Hey,
classy. I love the way Chief Taylor slipped in. She must be something special. Going to take her to see Mama. That's fantastic.
So,
we got it.
Oh, Hazen. Hazen.
Uh-huh.
So, let's go back to kind of like that scene. If you're drunk and you're like, I can't drive, and somebody else is with you, maybe doesn't have a license or a permit or something, do you let them drive?
Well, let's talk about the circumstances surrounding that question. Have I caught them driving? Are they actually drunk? Because she said she had a couple of drinks, and they both blew in the PBT, right? And he was
007,
and she
was zeros.
Yeah, she was zeros, right. So here's what I think happened. I can't prove any of this. This is reckless speculation, folks. We have something we have.
That's strong right there. That's
a big.
No phrase. Attorneys here.
That's right. We have a DRE, which is a drug recognition expert on our motors unit. And what this person does is they recognize signs of impairment that are not alcohol. So it could have been weed. It could have been any other thing that she took. She may not have smelled any alcohol on her or anything like that, but she definitely had weed in the car. We know that because she admitted to it, right? When he asked him to be honest with him because he could smell it. So she may have said she was drinking to throw him off about the weed in the car. But if you are high, you'll blow double zeros. So the DRE expert, the drug recognition expert, the DRE, can recognize those signs and put you through tests and all kinds of stuff. One word, subpoena, and all that. Yeah. And you can still be charged with driving while intoxicated.
There we go.
But they didn't do all that because he was okay. Who drove away? I don't even know. I still don't know who drove away.
I think it skipped that.
Right.
I think they cut to something else or commercial.
Poof. They did the. I smell like poop and flowers now. Poof holler at us. Okay, if you want to come holler at us,
let's go. I got a dog. We can spray the dog. Gotta eat those folds, whatever.
That's right.
This could be the face of poof.
That's right. It could be spring down on us like a gentle rain,
right?
Yeah, it's fun stuff. They did get the weed out of the car, though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what they want. They're more of an interdiction team.
They got that highway, and they want to. Yeah, they want to get the drugs off the highway, and that's it. And going place to place.
Correct. And this is a police department. It's very unique. So shout out to Chief Taylor with his crew, man. They're doing great work over there. More of him to come. We believe.
Go
with Off Patrol Life Recaps. OPL Recaps, baby.
Let's do it.
What else you got, man? Anything?
That's it, I think.
You think so?
That was pretty much all the recaps that I could think of.
You know, what we're trying to do is build a community, right? We want people to ask questions. We don't want to just ask all the questions, and we can answer them because we know our citizens see things a little bit different than us. We went to the police academy. All our friends, we got a bunch of cops friends, and we're around it all the time, so we know a lot. But what don't you know? Hit us up. Let us know. Jump in his DMs. Put comments in the.
We got the Instagram.
That's what I meant.
Hit us up on the Instagram.
And
Off Patrol Life.
That's correct. Hit us up on X. You got me. You got Jimmy Jams _Z X.
It's X.
X. And then obviously we have this video on our YouTube page. So let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll make it seamless.
Or not.
Or not.
We're just throwing it up. We're chopping it up here.
All right, buddy.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Episode 2 in the wraps.
Boom. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not alcohol.
Just water.